Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about the cruise ship drug case, which is a recent case. So first of all, we will talk about the facts of this particular case and then we will come on to the legality part. So there was an event named Grey Arc that was organized by the Fashion TV India. This event was completely sold out with a capacity of 800 to 1000 people. And out of these people, there were 8 people who were detained initially by the NCB. So on 2nd October, NCB allegedly seized 13 grams of cocaine that was in intermediate quantity, 5 grams of MD was also in intermediate quantity. Then there was 21 grams of charas in small quantity, 22 pills of MDMA in intermediate quantity. Along with these substances, there was 1,33,000 rupees found at this international cruise terminal Mumbai. In this particular case only, actor Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan was arrested by NCB, that is Narcotics Control Bureau, in connection with the seizure of banned drugs on a cruise of the Mumbai case. 8 people were detained by the NCP. So, along with Aryan Khan, there were 8 other people also who were detained. And Mr. Khan is booked under sections 8 subclause C, section 20, 35, 27 of the Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. So, this was in short all the facts about this particular case. Now, coming on to this organization, this authority, that is Narcotics Control Bureau, what they do, how they came, how they were formed. So let's come on to our constitution. Any act, any statute which is formed, it is somehow related to our constitution. So DPSPs are there, that is Directive Principle of State Policy. These are part of our constitution, and as the name suggests, directive principles of state policy. That is, these are the directives for the state. That is, if any state is making any law, then it's their duty to keep in mind these directives which are provided under our constitution, under part 4 of our constitution. So under this part 4 of our constitution, article 47 clearly states that prohibition should be there on the consumption of any kind of these substances which are injurious to health. Okay, so these substances, these drugs, its consumption is only allowed if they are used for medical purposes. And if someone is using it for other than medical purposes, then its consumption should be prohibited. It should be not allowed. Okay, so these intoxicating drugs which are injurious to health should not be allowed and law should be made. So this has been clearly provided to us under Article 47 of the Constitution, and by taking reference from this article, a law has been made. Okay, the name of the act, the name of the statute is Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. In this act only, the power has been given to the central government to make an authority such as Narcotics Control Bureau who can manage all these crimes. So under this act, properly it has been given that who should be the authority, who should have the power to bring this authority into operation, and what are the offenses, what are the crimes which will be punishable. So everything is given in this particular act. India is also signatory to conventions on narcotics drugs, but in India, if we talk about the law, there is Narcotics, Drugs, Psychotropic and Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, and in which the power has been clearly given to the central government to make an authority who deals with these crimes, with the consumption of these intoxicating drugs. So this particular act came into effect on 14 November 1985, and since then our NCB is working. So NCB keeps in mind, sees that someone is not using these drugs, someone is not cultivating, manufacturing, possessing, selling interstate, so they keep a track of all these things. So this is the work which is done by the NCP, that is our Narcotics Control Bureau. Now I will come on the sections, onto the sections under which these people are booked, especially Mr. Aryan Khan is booked. So let's talk about the first section, that is section 8 subclause C. Now section 8 talks about the prohibition of certain operations, that certain acts which you are doing are not allowed, they are prohibited. And what are those acts? If someone is producing, manufacturing, possessing, or they are selling any kind of these drugs or psychotropic substances, then it is not allowed, it is prohibited. So section 8 specifically says that anyone who is producing these drugs or manufacturing, selling, consuming, purchasing, or transporting, then it is prohibited, it is not at all allowed. Section 8 subclause C clearly says that it is not allowed, it is prohibited. Then coming on to the next part, that is section 20. 20 talks about the punishment for dealing in cannabis. Cannabis is more popularly known as marijuana. Now, here they are saying that if anyone who is cultivating, there are some people who cultivates also, right? So cultivating, or if someone is producing, manufacturing, possessing, selling, then there are punishment, different punishment. Obviously, anyone who is cultivating it, the punishment is more for such person than, rather than the person who is just producing or selling or purchasing. Now here the quantity plays a very important role. In initially when I talked about the facts, in that I clearly laid down that what are the quantities that were seen. Okay, how much cocaine was there, how much MD was there. So quantity plays a very important role in determining the punishment for that particular person. So if someone is cultivating cannabis, then the punishment for such person is 10 years and a fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so this is the punishment for cultivating. Now coming on to producing, manufacturing, selling, transporting, the punishment depends upon the quantity of cannabis you are dealing with. If the quantity is small, then the punishment will be 1 year or a fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees or both. But if the quantity is involves quantity lesser than commercial quantity but greater than small quantity, okay, so it's the intermediate quantity, then the punishment will be for a term which may extend to 10 years and fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees. So this is the intermediate quantity, that is more than the smaller quantity but less than the commercial quantity. Now coming on to the commercial quantity, then obviously the punishment will be more. So here the punishment will be 10 years, but which may extend to 20 years and shall also be liable to fine, which shall not be less than 1 lakh rupees, but which may extend to 2 lakh rupees. So these are the punishments which are determined according to the quantity of or according to the amount of cannabis you were having or you were taking. So quantity plays a very important role. Now, coming on to the next section under which they were booked is section 35. Now, here they are talking about the mental state. When we talk about crime, there are two things which are very important. First is actus reus and the second is mens rea. Now, mens rea is something which is mental element. Okay, any crime anyone is doing. Okay, so these two are very important. First, mens rea we will talk about first. Mens rea is the mental element. In this, they see that what was the motive. Okay, what was the intention with which someone was doing that particular act. So when they are clear that what was the motive, what was the intention, then they further see that in furtherance of that intention, after keeping in mind, after seeing the motive, they acted in that on that particular intention. So a crime is committed only when both these things are present. So in this particular section, section 35, they are presumption of culpable mental state. Here it means that you had full knowledge about the fact that you were having this drugs, there were intoxicating drugs present, even though you were not taking it, but it was there, you had full knowledge, or you knew that these are intoxicating drugs, these are not allowed, these are banned by law, and still you were taking. So it is presumption of culpable mental state when you know that, when you have full knowledge about these facts and still you are not doing anything, so it will be considered as an offense. Okay, now coming on to the last section under which they are booked is section 27. This is a simple section which talks about the punishment for consumption of any narcotic drug or psychotropic substance. So what's the punishment that will be given if anyone who is taking cocaine, morphine, or any narcotic or psychotropic substance, then the punishment will be 20,000 rupees. Our punishment will be for 1 year or with fine, which may extend to 20,000 rupees, or with both. And if someone is taking any other drugs which is not mentioned in this act, then the punishment will be for 6 months or with fine, which may extend to 10,000 rupees, or with both. So these were the sections under which Mr. Aryan Khan is booked. I talked about the legalities. I talked about the how Narcotics Control Bureau came into force. So this was it about this particular case. In short, I have covered this case. I hope this video was helpful to all of you. So please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.